Now from up here, I didn't know I wasn't going to be able to see what's going on. There's a lot of bubbles up here. So we're going to tie up another one so I can show you how to use two rods at the same time. So when I'm on the boat, I find out that I have fish. First thing I do is I set my drag. The reason why I'm setting my drag is because you're constantly going different depths. Can you guys hear me good? You're constantly going different depths, so if I'm at 20 foot, next thing I know I'm at 18, I can two cranks, I know I'm going up 2 foot. Hey, I got a fish. Not even trying. That was weird. So anyway, when I have my drag set, and now I'm 2 foot deeper, all I do is grab here, pull out, and I'm 2 foot down again. So when I'm going down to the bottom, I'm holding my line right here with my thumb. Because a lot of times when you're dropping your jig head down, you're going to get hit on the drop. So when I'm dropping it down, now I'm hitting the bottom. I think I am. Or is that fish hitting me? Right, fish hitting me. So now I'm hitting the bottom, popping the bottom, popping the bottom. I'm creating a fear down on that bottom. Then I'll bring it up and I'll let it just sit there for a minute. Put 1 to 2 inches off the bottom, just let it sit. Don't do nothing. Nothing there. They won't let me work, will they? You got that other rod? Okay. Same thing when I'm dropping down my second rod here also. You always want to keep your thumb on that spool. So now anyways, we're on the bottom. So like I was saying, when I'm jigging, I got one that's staying about 1 inch off the bottom. It's got a different color, it's got a different presentation, and it's just sitting there. Now I'm over here working this one, working this one, working this one. If I go through a school of fish and nothing bites, what am I going to do on my next pass? I'm going to change it up. I'm going to change up my colors. I'm going to change up from a finesse minnow, wind down worm. I can change it up to about anything, right? So within usually one drift, we'll go a 1/4 mile at a time. If I go over a drift and I mark a bunch of fish, I'm going to hit that drift immediately. I'm not going to waste my time to go another 1/4 mile down. If I know there's fish there, I can create them fish to bite. You see a lot of people make that mistake. They'll go all the way up to, let's say if we're on the Detroit River, you're out of Wyandotte. They'll go all the way up the north end of that steel mill, and they'll drift all the way to the island. They go over 4 to 20 pods of fish. Why do we want to do that? You're wasting time. You go over a pot of fish, I mean, of course, if there's a ton of people there, always be courtesy, go to the outside. When we go back upriver, we make sure we go back upriver 100 yards to the outside. Do not ever take your boat back up to the pack because it's very dangerous. So, back here to the jig, I'm popping this one, there's nothing going on. Sometimes I'll take this rod and I'll just set it down. I'll reel it up 2 foot off the bottom and set it down. So, anybody have any questions right now while I'm in the water here? Darren, you must have something. Come on, nobody, Zach, Gordon. Okay. So, for Detroit Waterway, we use a lot of finesse minnows. You can go Lunker City. Lunker City are my go-to in your bass pro products, obviously. So your finesse minnow is what you're doing is when you're baby bouncing this off the bottom, a lot of people don't know what our walleye feed on. These walleye feed on sand eels. And these eels, just like what you see in the ocean, they stick their head up out of the dirt and then walleye will come right down and they will suck that up. So that's what we're feeding on. So when you see a Wyandotte worm being so successful, that is why, because it's presenting a worm. Now, on them days, they're not eating the worms, your eels, they're eating your minnows, your shad, all your, come on. See if we can get one to hit right off the bottom here. Okay. So you all get the drift of how we fish walleye. Another thing is if you're on the Flint River, Saginaw River, please know the snags are phenomenal. There are trees, there are cars, there are pretty much anything you can possibly think of in the Saginaw River chain. This year, Saginaw River and Saginaw Bay, it is noted that it's supposed to be the capital of the walleye fishery. They said this 2 years ago, and I can honestly say that I believe it's probably the capital right now. Lake Erie has been our top end fishery for our walleye. And all of you that fish it know, last year Lake Erie it didn't produce. You know, it produced a few fish, but not many. Last year from first ice out till ice back in, we were up on Saginaw Bay, and without exaggerating, in a half day we were putting in over 100 walleye in our boat with 0 illegal fish. That's how that fishery has become in the last 3 years. It's phenomenal. Our best day on the river jigging this past fall, Ed and I, we put over 1,000 walleye in our boat in 9 hours. And that was all doing what I just showed you here. That is our new fishery. Our new fishery is the Saginaw area, and I hate saying it because Lake Erie has been phenomenal for the last 35 years. But the walleye, your water temp has not been getting cold enough in Erie for the last several years. This year, if you notice, you're looking at videos on Facebook, you're looking at videos on all these websites that your walleye are hitting up in Dress Bay, Boyle Harbor, out in front of Fermi Plant. Why is that? Because this year we got a winter again. We got cold water. That water temp is cold again. They're coming in and they're starting to feed. So that is your difference there. So Erie probably will be pretty good again. But as you all seen yesterday, 14.35 was the biggest walleye taken yesterday in the Saginaw River. And I seen over, I couldn't give you an accurate count, of walleye over 10 pounds caught yesterday in one single tournament on the Saginaw River. There's nobody here that can tell me in my lifetime of 44 years that that's ever happened, because it hasn't. This fishery is exploding. So we're going to go to questions. Anybody have any questions real quick? You look like you do. Come on, talk to me. You got something. No? Anybody? How about these kiddos up front here? You kids got any questions? No? You all like fishing? Oh, come on. You must be hunters. I knew it.
Man, I got one.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, will you always use a stinger hook when you're jigging?
Oh, glad you brought that up. Hey, that short 1 inch right there, no, it's right on top of the case. I put a 1 inch up there. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, bring that around over here real quick. Look at you. Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks, Ed Taylor. Ed Taylor is part of our American Sportsmen for Veterans. He is he's a key in what we do. So, stinger hook, and I should have brought this up, but I don't use stinger hooks. A lot of people do, and especially if you're not really familiar with the waterways or fishing, a lot of, Ed, I need the one with the hook. I'm not going to drop it in the water, so. Okay, so our stinger hook process here. A lot of people that use stinger hooks, and there's a lot of charter captains out there that obviously on the waterways, this is another thing that I forgot. If you're unexperienced with jigging and you're not familiar with how to stay vertical, up your weight. I use a 5/8, and to be honest with you, the lower weight that you go with your jig head, the more strikes that you're going to get. And then I don't know why, whatever, but our charter captain, I have a really good charter captain, Eric Long. You guys have all heard of him, Long Line Charter. He only uses 1 ounce as his lightest weight, and he goes up to 1.5 ounces. And why is that? Because he knows that his customers can get vertical in the Detroit River. So, and if they're getting vertical in that Detroit River and they keep missing the fish on their strikes, then we use a stinger hook. A stinger hook you just simply put right through your main hook. And one thing like a lot of these captain charters will do, they'll let that stinger hook just float. They'll let it just float around. They don't hook it into the plastic. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not saying it's right, but myself, I will take that stinger hook, and there's 3 hooks on there, obviously. There's one hook that is designed that goes into your plastic, and that's the single hook off the back. You have 2 that ride together and 1 that's odd. So now when that's riding off the back, it's straight. Now when this is not hooked into your plastic and you're jigging, you're going to find out that stinger hook, it's blowing around. What's it going to do? That's what it's going to do to you. It's going to get caught on your stinger hook because it's just floating around. There's nothing there for it. So now when it's hooked into your plastic, 9 times out of 10 your walleye are going to come up. How many times have you lost your minnows, right? You feel a hit, boom, your minnow's gone. Well, because they're hitting from the back end of your minnow. So when you put a stinger hook on there, I use a 20-pound. I make my own stinger hooks. I use 20-pound cut. You can hook into muskies, northern, walleye, sturgeon. It's not going to break. So that's your stinger hook. You know, it's actually it's a really good system to use with the stinger hook. I don't use it myself, and that's just because I don't know. I want to feel proud of myself for not using one. I guess. So, any other questions? Great question, Ed. Thanks, buddy. Steve? Come on, Mary. I've never been up here. I don't want to leave. Anybody got any questions? So, okay, where's Ed? Ed Steele. He's in the back? Okay. Go ahead and jump over there for me, Steve, in front of that table. Let's do some, I told Bass Pro that I would do some quick boater safety. Now remember, all of us that go out this time of year, that water temp is anywhere between 32.5 degrees all the way up to maybe 37. Can anybody here that might have an idea, if you are not wearing a life jacket, how long can you survive in the Detroit River at float without a life jacket? Does anybody have an idea?
A minute.
We got one says a minute.
5 minutes.
No, you can hold them and then I'll just
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So our Coast Guard tells us without a life jacket in freezing water anywhere between actually 67 degrees and lower, 3 minutes is your response time that somebody needs to get to you before you drown. If you are wearing the proper life jacket, you have to remember the Detroit River, the Flint River, the Saginaw River, these river systems, I don't care how good a swimmer you are. If you go out of your boat, you go through the ice, you lose your life. And that's just plain hard fact. So keep that in mind. If you have your floating device on, here and there's right hand, your more avid fishermen, they will use this. And the reason why I say more avid is because they're all a lot more. These are expensive, but there is no price for you to put on your life. That jacket there, I believe, is around $160. It's worth every single penny. I advise you to always, going in, going out, and while you're out, wear a life jacket. The cushion here. The cushion is you have to have a throw device. Our correct throwing device is obviously our lifesaver. And the reason why I say that's your correct throwing device is because it's weighted. That device will cut through the wind. When you throw it out, I can throw that 20 yards accurately. If you throw your cushion, because that's all you have, 20 yards and 30 mile an hour wind. Because that's what we go fishing in. That wind might be cranking from nothing to 40 miles an hour. And if we're in a tournament or we drive 2 hours to go fishing, we're going fishing. So if you have the proper device here, a lifesaver, it's weighted. I believe that one's up to about, I think it's 8 pounds or something. That's your idea. Now your rope length, anywhere from 20 to 40 feet. You want to throw that out. So now, I said, well, how long could you survive in the water without a life jacket? If you are holding on to something, even if you're holding on to the side of your boat, we just lost two very good friends of ours up on Saginaw Bay, and they drowned in 2.5 foot of water on ice. They fell through, they got out, they became, what's the first thing that happens to you? You're frozen, your mind don't work, they were in a blizzard. They fell through on their quad, they climbed out. Rescue crews went out there, looked for them, did an underwater search in 2.5 foot of water, did not find them. They started doing their search from there. They found them two fishermen 40 yards away, busted through the ice again, and both had perished. They didn't even drown. They were laying on top of the ice, froze to death. So let that be a lesson. If you fall through at any time, don't call your friend, don't call your neighbor, don't call your mom, don't call your dad, dial 911. That's what we do first. So if you have a floating device on, you can withstand that cold all the way down to below 30 for 1 hour. You get 1 hour of life to try to comprehend what is going on. When you fall through, you fall out of that boat, first thing, what do we want to do? We want to take that first breath. It's a shock. That's what kills you. When you fall through and you're underwater, you take that first breath, you're done. So keep that in mind. You have to stay calm. You have to do the best you can do to not panic. Once your body core temperature settles down, your nerves settle down, now your mind goes to work. So if you got a ripcord life vest or a regular life vest like Jake's got over here, and you wear that all the time, and your first call is 911, your odds of survival are really high. You know, I hate to put a percentage on it just because I'm wrong a lot. So,
What about swimming like diagonal downriver? Say you go in and somebody doesn't have a throw.
oh, okay.
You're by yourself.
I can't hear you.
Say you're by yourself. You have life jacket on, swim diagonal.
Right. Good idea. So a lot of times our fishermen go out by themselves, right? Freezing cold water, you tip out of your boat. We actually lost a canoer last week. And, you know, God bless his soul, but he flipped out, no life jacket on, and he hasn't been found. And like Gordon just said, key, when you fall out of a boat, you want to swim vertical back to shore with your current. Do not try to fight the current because it looks like a shorter distance. There's no such thing as a shorter distance. There's a such thing as pinpoint your spot you want to end up at going downriver on a 45. It's the same thing in a riptide. You know, you get caught in a riptide, what do you want to do? You know, you go vertical. So another thing that Ed has over here for all of us boaters, you know, boater safety 101 is you always have a horn on your boat and you always have a whistle. You know, I wear my whistle around my neck when I'm on my boat. The horn obviously is in my glove box. Which one am I going to get to first? The whistle, right? Fire extinguisher must be on the boat. Does it have to be? No. If the Coast Guard pulls you over, you're going to get a ticket because it's law. What else you got over there? Anything else? Flares. If you're out fishing at night, maybe you don't even have a phone, you have no means, you don't have shore to, or land to shore radio, boom, flare. You send off the flare, your Coast Guard, anybody that is in that area that fishes or your bait shops, they see a flare, they know what's going on. They're coming to your rescue. How you doing, sir? Looks like you got some anglers down here working. Do you like to fish? All right. Awesome. How are you? Come on, you're not shy. You're a fisherwoman. Okay. Any other questions while I'm up here? Nobody? Oh, here we go. We got one in the back. Okay, for those of you that couldn't hear him, on your safety equipment, there is an expiration date. Thank you. So, especially your fire extinguisher, I test mine once a year before I put my boat in. You pull it, you ain't got compression, you have no extinguisher. your flare gun, or your flare, the moisture, the condensation will overrun that flare. And your horn can say it's completely full, but there's no compression, it won't work. So you need to check all those out. So before I climb down, to all of our veterans and our first responders here, I wish that all of you all could stand up. Give them a big round of applause, because if it wasn't for them, we would not be here today. So thank you on behalf of American Sportsmen for Veterans. We thank all of you for having us here. Hopefully we'll be asked to come back to do this again. If you have any questions, come up to the table, and whoever did their seminar, please contact them. They will walk you around the store. They'll show you what to use, how to use it, if it comes from a rod to a lure to a plastic, anything that you need. So thank you, everybody.